Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. Today we're doing a little bit different of a video. We are going to do a little bit of a sharpening video. So we are up here at the desk instead of you guys just pointing at the floor like normal. And let's say, hypothetically, you have a knife that just more of rips the paper. Hang on, wait. I hate doing this, but I am doing this for you guys. Dull this up. There we go. So now you can see that it's flat. And it's just tearing the paper here. So this is not sharp. So you may be asking, well, how do I get this sharp? And my answer is there's a multitude of ways. If you have no idea what you're doing, most people will get something like this. This is a carbide pull-through sharpener. So you take your knife, stick it in that little cross section right there, and you pull it through, and the carbide will violently rip the metal off, giving you a sharp edge. Only for a little bit. Don't get these, they are horrible. The method I prefer is using these sharpening stones. Now these are Smith sharpening stones. They've been around for a long time, 1886, right there on the case. These are just these are little stones. I carry them with me in my everyday backpack, just in case, and they work really well. Alright, so what do you want to do to get started? To get started, get yourself, you can just start off with a high grit. You'll just have to do a little bit more work, or you can get two of these, and they're not horribly expensive. Let me check here for a second on my computer to see how much they cost roughly. Alright, I'll find that later. So yeah, you can find these at Home Depot, Dick's, someplace like that. And I'd also recommend getting this. This is their honing solution. You can just use water or even like canola oil, really. Just something to keep you from getting the stones all loaded up. So yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your coarse stone. That's your rougher one. This is a diamond plate, and it's really not that coarse, but it does the job. You take a little bit of your honing solution, pop it on there, open your knife. Now you're going to place it flat with the bevel, right? So the bevel is this part again. Then you're just going to tilt it up till you see the solution kind of getting like pushed out from underneath. And it's roughly about like a 20 degree, somewhere around there. So I don't know if you guys can see that. How it's just kind of moving like that. So once you get that, you're just going to lock your wrist in and drag it across. And you can check and see by seeing where the scratch pattern is. So you might need to make minor adjustments. And when you're first starting, if it's really dull, like this one is, I like to go back and forth like this to help remove metal quicker. And then flip to the other side. Again, do the same thing. Find your angle. again, just find that scratch pattern. And then you can also feel for a burr, because you'll get a burr created once you establish your apex. Also adjust the angle on how you hold it. If you start off this way, I'd recommend moving to here, because then that'll take out the other scratches and it'll remove the material quicker. Always have like a rag or something nearby where you can wipe off the blade, so then you can see what's going on. Always check right down, look for any shiny spots, so you can see right down here I still need to hit. Yep, right down there. And if you work on one section for a little bit more, always bring it back up. So if I'm down here for a while, I'll always finish off by going back up, just so you don't, especially with the rougher stones, you have a higher chance of taking away more metal than you mean to, and you could kind of dish out a certain section in the blade. So always just make sure it's even on both sides. Always double check. So still a little bit down there. And if I didn't mention it before, you want to shoot for a in between like 15 to like 25 degrees. Anywhere in there is a good edge. 15 degrees is more for like kitchen knives, and around like 20 degrees is good for everyday carry into outdoor, and I prefer like 25 around there for my outdoor knives, like fixed blades and such. So just go over the whole blade one more time. Once there are no more shiny spots on the edge here, I like to just run it over the stone just a couple more times. Make sure there aren't any small stuff that I missed. Then just swipe. Just forward straight swipes. And then feel the edge. Make sure you've got a burr established. Alright, and that is one of the first steps. Now, you see that right there? These are one of the things you want to look for. Just little like rolls in the edge are easily missed sometimes. So I just run over that again. If the the stone gets dry at any point, just add a little bit more. You don't need a whole lot, just enough to unclog all the steel, metal built up in there. It's always good to have a higher powered light source with you, besides just natural light, so you can really look in there. Still, see, there's still a little bit of a roll right in there, which we can fix. And this flashlight I'm using here is the Olight 1R2 EOS, I think. Yeah, it's just a little keychain flashlight. I put a lanyard on it because as of right now is my main flashlight because I don't have a bigger one yet. But it's a nice little flashlight, 5 lumens and then a full 150. So yeah, it's a nice little flashlight. Then just make sure you always have the wrist locked in the same angle. As you get better and better at sharpening, you'll be able to go faster, and you can do it with one hand. The only reason I'm doing one hand mainly is because this stone doesn't have a whole lot of grip, so I'm using my one hand to hold it down. Use the other to hold the angle of the sharp. Alright, now you can just check it on a piece of paper. Feel for any places where it might hang up. Go slower, just kind of run it through. If you don't feel it getting caught on anything, then you can move on to the next stone. Now, it won't be perfectly smooth, just because your first stone is always a rough stone. But you can put that away and move over to your fine grit stone. The same thing, just put a little bit of that on. Establish your angle and just start making passes. You'll be able to hear a difference when you go from the coarser stone to the finer stones, because they won't be taking as much metal away. It'll be kind of smoother. And you can already see the scratch pattern is totally different. It's kind of it's a smoother look. It's not exactly a mirror, but, and just always like run your thumb across sideways so you don't cut yourself, but also you can feel the edge, feel for any burrs, check both sides. And now once you get the scratch pattern all uniform, just give it a quick test. Make sure it's slicing properly. It's not getting hung up anywhere. And once you get that, I just finish it off with a couple swipes forward, like against the edge, and then go backward, just like this. Then again, feel it. There shouldn't be any shiny spots at this point. Actually, once you leave the coarse stone, there shouldn't be any shiny spots. Just look for irregularities in the scratch pattern. So if you look right in there, you can tell a difference in these scratches. So I'm just going to go back in, see if I can get those out. If you can't, it's not a huge deal, as long as the very edge of your secondary bevel has the more of the polish on it. If the rougher scratches are at the edge, you want to get those out, because that just gives you a very toothy edge, which tends to hang up on paper and stuff. Like if you're doing finer cuts, you want a very polished edge. But if you're doing more like food prep and stuff, toothier edges tend to be better because they're like micro serrations, which help you cut better things. Like if you're using a plain edge kitchen knife on a tomato, a toothier edge will help you with that. I know a lot of people tell you to use serrated knives for tomatoes. I prefer to use plain edge just because I'm not a fan of serrations. But that's just my personal opinion. So yeah, just refining that polish. Just getting that all nice and uniform. Sorry if I go out of camera at any point. I'm not really used to sharpening in front of a camera. So, there you go, that's a little better. Alright, so now just wipe down your blade. I always clean off all the oil on my stone. And now I go to the stropping process. So when I carry these together, they just clip together like that. And I have an old leather belt that I just keep right in the bottom for a strop, but it doesn't have any compound on it. Yeah, I keep meaning to put compound on it, and I always forget. But when you're stropping, just an up close on this, and then I'll take it to my bigger strop. You want a little bit more of an angle, so say like if you were working a 20-degree angle, maybe kick it up to a 21, 22-degree angle, just enough, just barely, because then that'll help knock off that wire edge. And I will give you a visual aid on that if you don't know what the wire edge is. So you're just gonna go backwards. You don't want to go forwards because then that'll cut into the leather. Just go back with the leather. Now let me just grab this piece of paper here. Grab my pen. This is a little zebra pen. I got it on Amazon. It's a nice little EDC pen. So here we go. So sharpening breakdown, right? So all right. So here you go. So when your knife is dull, it'll be more like this. It'll be rounded. Actually, that's more of a convex edge. There we go. That's a better one. So the very edge will be rounded, so it won't be sharp. So as you rub it on the stone, you get more of this. It refines the point, makes it sharp, but then you get a little bit of a wire coming off. Now it's not this big, I just wanted to accentuate it so you guys can see it a little more. You get this little wire that comes off along the whole edge, or just little parts of the edge, and that's the burr that you'll feel. So as you move to higher stones, it'll take that off, but for the most part there'll still be a little residual wire left. So when you strop it, it takes off that wire edge, and that's what gives you a truly sharp knife. So if you've ever seen like the old John Wayne movies, when they're in the barber shop and they're using the straight razor, it's the same thing. They rub the straight razor on the leather strop, so it keeps it really sharp. Alright, now let's just go down here. Go. You guys can see I am wearing my my area Patriots today, and here's my big strap. It's just that same piece of leather. Actually, no, this is leather that I bought on a 1x6, something like that I just screwed on, and I put this it's a white compound. It just turns black because I've used it so much, but right up there you can see the actual white compound, and it's about 6,000 grit. So just like before, just run it down, run it backwards, flip it around, back. And especially with the compound, that's what helps take off that wire edge to give you a truly sharp knife. That's just right here. There you go. So it went from being purposely dulled with no edge whatsoever to just little curls. You can also see right here, that's just popping right off. You can even hear that a little bit. I don't know if you guys, the mic is picking it up at all, but you can just hear that popping. I'll just get that out of frame. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's just a little basic tutorial on how you bring your knives from being dull as a stick to sharp as a knife. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'll catch you later. Please like, subscribe, comment below. Got some fun stuff planned review wise. Gonna get a couple more flashlights in here. This is the O light that I showed you earlier, and a bunch of fun other EDC stuff. So just before I leave, just those stones right here, they're probably, I think they're around like $10–15. So yeah, just so you can see how big they are in my hand. They're pretty small. And Smith also sells bigger ones. They sell like one of those 3 packs in like the V stand, so you can flip them around. Here's my bigger stone. Here's my bigger stone. This is a finer grit. I want to say it's like a 6-inch stone. But yeah, that's just so you have more room for bigger knives. And that was like 20 bucks. So, I mean, you can get better stones. Spyderco makes some good stones, but you'll be dropping like 40, 50 bucks for one stone. I want to pick up a couple of those in the future. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.